Hi, this is Ping-Hsuan from NTUT. Today I'm presenting GroundFlow, designing a liquid-based haptic for fluid simulation on the ground in VR. In real world, lots of interactions are related with water on the ground. However, the VR user only can interact with the concrete floor, like the video we're showing to you guys. So we present GroundFlow, a liquid-based haptic flow system for simulating the flow on the ground in VR. In the previous work, they already have different kind of flow-based haptic display, but most of them are trying to simulate the dry environment. In Secret Asia 2021, we have showed the demo to present the earlier concept of GroundFlow, which also showing the possibility of simulate the wet environment. Our system using the liquid as a haptic display. This kind of liquid-based haptic display have been used to simulate different haptic feedback, like vibration, pressure, weight shifting. Most of them are stimulate to the upper body. In our work are trying to design a dynamic multiple flow system to the feet. We have four design considerations. First is the flow intensity. The nozzle design will affect to the flow pressure. If the flow intensity is too strong, it will lead to an uncomfortable experience. Second is partial submersion. With the same water jet, the water features are different in different water level. Previous work already identified the experience will be different when the user is submerged or not submerged in the water. Third, with multiple water outlets, it could generate water features like splash, rebound, eddy, and boil. And the last is space utilization and safety. Most of the flow systems are big. We need to consider the water storage and the safety of walking around in water tank. This is the structure of ground floor. The water will be stored in the lower cavern basin, and each side have a AC water pump to deliver water to the upper basin, which takes 35 seconds to fill the basin with 10 centimeter high. At the middle of the structure have a 2 meter to 2 meter raised floor. To discharge the water from the upper basin, the system have 8 valves to take 55 seconds to empty the full basin. For more detail, please refer to our paper. And we also provide the bill of material. You can scan this QR code to find more information. Our water recycling system has 4 outlets on the upper basin, which can provide 50 kind of multiple flow feedback from 4 directions. The right figure showing the different water feature in different flow combination. So this is the water feature look like in 0% water level. To explore the water outlet design, we conduct a user study with 80 participants, and we investigate 4 nozzles, 3 water levels with 4 distance. After the participants experience the water jet, they need to rank the flow intensity, comfort, and the overall experience. These are the water jet look like with different number and type of nozzle. The N means normal type and the F means flat type. This figure showing the result of flow intensity with distance and water level. All nozzles are significantly different at every distance and between 0% to 100% water level and 50% to 100%. As you see, the flow intensity decrease when the distance get far or the water level get high. The water jet will collide to the water in the basin before it contact to the participant. The result of comfortable and overall experience. Most participants enjoy the experiment and feel the flow intensity to be acceptable. Among the 4 types of nozzle, users report the highest level of comfort when the water level was at 50%, because the water jet is not too strong in this level and the participant won't feel too cold when submerged in water. In overall experience, participants provide positive feedback and experience the effect of different nozzle design. The nozzle design determines the feeling of the whole experience, and it will record the memory of the corresponding things when they give us the feedback in the interview. To explore the multiple flow feedback design, we conduct a user study with newly recruited 80 participants. The water outlet we use is phi F, and we investigate the ability of identify the direction of water flow in two water level with 15 combinations. This is the flow feedback looks like in 0% and 100% water level. This combined flow. This one is T-flow. This one is two-way flow. This is four-way flow. Result of chosen answer. In 0% water level simulation, flow from the front had the highest correct rate. Four-way flow has the lowest correct rate. In 100% of water level simulation, all the accuracy at a 100 level were lower than those at the 0% level. So this is the detailed result. The flow from the front has the highest correct rate. Left and right were identified quickly. The back heel separates the back floor from the heel to the instep and make it hard to perceive the direction. Flow from the opposite direction collide, reducing the flow intensity from the original direction. The feeling of the water flow on each leg was independent, in which correct rate did not decrease too much. When combined with more flow, the accuracy was getting lower. Answers to the four-way flow simulation were in all directions. Without feet being submerged in water, most participants were able to identify the flow direction of unidirectional water flow. The backflow is hard to perceive the direction. Flow from the opposite direction collide, reducing the flow intensity from the original direction. So two-way flow lead to the low accuracy. This is the result when the user is submerged in water. Only unidirectional water flow from the left or right were easier to identify. No splash or boiling were induced during the flow simulation when participants' feet were submerged underwater. Forward flow with 100% level has the lowest correct rate. With feet submerged in water, users indicate that it was more difficult to identify the flow direction when the whole foot was submerged at a full water depth. Edits distract the participant from giving the correct answer, leading to the lower accuracy. Participants mentioned that with the full water depth, a longer time was needed to perceive the primary flow. To explore the feasibility and possibility of our system, we newly recruit 80 participants and we developed 3 applications. In IPQ result, the multiple flow feedback design in 3 applications was accomplished well in the virtual scenario. Each application has its own characteristic. Our system was integrated into 3 VR involving walking, lying, or sitting, which showed that body posture do not affect presence too much. In our VR experience, bodyboarding is the most exciting of the 3 activities. The waterpark enhanced the immersive experience because the participants also perceive the motion platform feedback. The participant weight affects their environment. The lighter participant feels stronger force when they explore the same flow intensity. No different in the area score in terms of the experience releasing. The water splash on their face and upper body connect to the memory of floating board in the swimming pool. We have 3 limitations and challenge. The flow rate and wavelength could not be controlled in our system due to the limitation of AC pump and the basal size. The nozzle distribution determines how seamless the flow is between the outlet, which is a trade-off between the number of holes and the water pressure. The result could be excellent if we could submerge higher body part. In this work, we gather the design consideration and conduct a user study to explore the multiple flow feedback design. 3 applications to investigate the interaction possibility. We believe GroundFlow to be a direct yet effective way to convey flow feedback in VR. In the future work, we will investigate the potential benefit of misaligning the flow direction and visual feedback, and a further study to evaluate the performance of VR application with or without our system. Thank you for your attention.